Good morning, everybody. My name is Michael Krehl. I'm the chairman of this conference. Ladies and gentlemen, dear colleagues and friends of powder metallurgy, it's a great honor and my pleasure to welcome you today to the PM industry's leading event of the year, the PM 2016 World Congress and Exhibition here in Hamburg. As you all know, this conference takes place every other year in one of the three major PM areas in the world: America, Asia, and Europe. 2016 is a European year, and for the first time after 30 years, since the 1986 Congress in Düsseldorf, it takes place again in Germany. Before I go a little more in detail about the powder metallurgy in Germany and our host city Hamburg, I'd like to mention a gentleman who would have loved to be here today and who was the driving force behind this Congress until he suddenly passed away last December. Jonathan Rowe. Ladies and gentlemen, please rise and join me in a minute of silence in memory of Jonathan, a great guy, a good friend, and a strong supporter of the European PM community. Thank you. Please be seated. I know that Jonathan would have wanted us to spend a successful and exciting Congress, so let's move on. Today, Germany produces the highest tonnage of PM products in Europe. Germany was among the countries who developed PM products and processes very early on. After the Russian platinum rubles in 1828, PM basically started with the patents of the German Osram Studiengesellschaft for the manufacturing of tungsten carbide in 1923. Names like Scaupi, Schröter, and later Schwarzkopf, Kiefer, Hottop, and Silbereisen are associated with the industrialization of PM technology in Germany, not only for hard materials, but also for refractory metals and later for iron, based on the search for replacements of the scarce copper-based materials in World War II. Right after World War II, the development of this technology continued and was further supported by the gentlemen I just named, but also by Schatt, Zapf, and on a more scientific basis by Pezzo. So Germany has a long history of PM production. Hamburg, our host city, is the second largest city in Germany, Germany's largest seaport, and among the top 20 container ports in the world. It was founded in the 8th century by Charles the Great, an early European, and was the cradle of the Hanseatic League, a defensive confederation of merchant guilds and their market towns around the Baltic and the North Sea. So between 1400 and 1800, Hamburg was a big economic power in Northern Europe. It even mentions still today the Hanseatic League in its official name, Freie und Hansestadt Hamburg, Free and Hansa City of Hamburg. Hamburg was heavily destroyed in World War II, but nicely reconstructed, as you will have the chance to see during this week. The fact that Hamburg is a port city located on the river Elbe, a good 100 kilometers inland from the North Sea, gives us the chance to have our gala dinner this week on boats during a harbor cruise. This will be exciting, I can promise you that. Before that will take place, however, there is some work to do. So let's start working. For the preparation of this conference, I'd like to thank the two chairmen of the steering committee, Professor Christoph Bruckmann and Dr. Stephen Mosley, and all the members of the steering committee. The chairman of the technical program committee, Professor Frank Petzold, and all its members, who had the task to go through 600 technical papers submitted to this Congress and come up with the technical program. And last but not least, all the colleagues of EPMA, and among them especially Kate Blackburn and Andrew Almond. There is one additional gentleman to mention, Dr. Volker Arnold, who without hesitation took over from Jonathan as interim executive director when he passed away. Thank you very much to all of you. I think that's worth a round of applause. Now, the new executive director of the European Powder Metallurgy Association, Lionel Aboussouane, will give you some general details of our Congress. Ladies and gentlemen, I now wish you a very nice Congress with a lot of fruitful discussions, the meeting with new and old acquaintances, good networking, and good times among the friends of powder metallurgy. Thank you very much for your attention. Lionel.